Hello everyone. In this video, we'll learn how to add data to the table which we had created in our previous video. So we had created three columns: the student ID, name, semester, and branch ID. Until now, this part is done. That is, we have only done this part of work, and we are now gonna add the data, and we're gonna complete this part of work. So this is our table. It has these many columns: student ID, name, semester, and branch ID. Now, you're supposed to insert into a particular table. That is, you're going to insert your values into a particular table. That is, you're going to type insert into the table name. What is the name of table? Student info 2. Insert into student info 2. That is values. You want to insert the values first. And the first column is primary key. That is student ID. So student ID, we're going to enter 1 and name Arvind. That is semester is 3 and branch ID is 111. 1 Arvind 3 111 to the respective columns. It's going to be 1 comma so ARAVIND Arvind. This should be within the quotes because it's selected n varchar 5. Now that you are entering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 characters, it's going to throw you an error. So let's see that. And third value is supposed to be 3 because that is semester, third semester, and the fourth value is going to be 111. I'm going to select this. Copy this. I have copied that and pasted that here, and I'm going to select this particular line only, and I'm going to click execute because I don't want to create a table once again. If I select these above lines, so it will try to create a table once again, but the table already exists, so that will throw you an error once again. So I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I'm going to create this particular line. Sorry, I'm going to only select this particular line, and I'm going to execute this. As you can see, string or binary data should be truncated. As I told you, this exceeds the capacity that you have set for that particular column. So as you learn, let's see what is that. My table is not really visible here. Let me refresh this. Okay, it's here. Now right click on that particular student info 2 and click edit. And as you can see, you have selected names n varchar 5. So let me close this to avoid more confusion. So there should be 5 characters, but Arvind has 7 characters if we count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So let me reduce 2 characters and click execute. Sorry, as I told you before, that is earlier, that I shouldn't be selecting all this, that I shouldn't be executing all this. I have to only select particular line because there's already a table with these columns, and if I just click on execute without selecting the lines, it will try to execute all the lines and it will throw you an error because there's already a table with that particular name. So yeah, I'll select this and I'll click execute, and as you can see here, it's like the query is successfully executed and one row is affected. So let me check that. So I'm going to type select star from student info 2, and again only select this line and click execute. As you can see, 1 RIV 3 triple 1. So let me just check. So what is here? The second row should be 2 RIV 3 1 1 2. We'll learn about altering the databases, altering the tables in our next video. But for now, we'll just try to keep it simple and try to learn how to add the data. So it's going to be 1 1 2, and this should be 2. And I'm going to execute this particular line, only these 2 lines. So it is here, the data is here. So here what you're doing is you're actually manually entering the primary key. So that is you're entering 1 and 2. So let us learn how to make the primary key auto generate, or make a particular column auto generate, and also we'll learn how to enter values to particular columns only. So the plan is to make this auto generate. So what we are going to do is, the plan is to make this auto, I'll explain the plan here. So here what's going to happen is, there is something called as identity. In that particular function, if you all you have to enter is the seed value and the incremental value. So the seed value would be 1, because you want that to start from 1, and the incremental value will be again 1. So that is, you want that to increment to 2 and 3 and 4. That's automatically, you are not going to enter the data on your own for this particular column. So we'll see how to achieve that, and we'll also see how to achieve the process of adding data only to selected columns. That is a name, semester, branch ID. You're not going to add to this particular the data to this particular column, and you will only add your data to these columns. Now that is the process of adding data to specific columns only. So that we'll learn now. As I told you earlier, we are only going to create the tables. The altering part we'll leave it to further series. Further videos. So create table. So we're gonna enter the table name, student info 3, and we're gonna open the bracket, and here we're gonna make it a bit quick. And here the first column was student ID. So this will be a quick revision. Student ID and primary key. So what I'm going to do is identity. Okay, let me avoid all the confusion. Let me just delete everything first, whatever I have typed. Okay, create table name, open bracket, student ID, int, primary key, identity. So this should be, the seed value should be 1, that's from where it will begin, and it will get incremented by 1. Second column is names, and var. So we had made how much we had limited it to 5 characters. We'll make it 20. And okay, semester, that is going to be int, and branch ID is again int. So let's see if this is going to work. To avoid all confusions, I'm going to delete all this. let me paste it here and click execute. Okay, commands completed successfully and the query is successfully executed. And now I'm going to type select star from student info 3, sorry 3, and I'm going to select this particular line only, because if I don't do that, it will try to execute the above lines and again you'll get an error, because there's already a table with the name table student info 3. So it will try to create that once again and you might get an error. So you'll definitely get an error. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm only selecting this particular line and clicking on execute. Okay, it's done. So to avoid all confusion, I'm deleting all the lines. So now I'm going to add values to that. Insert into the table name student info 3, right? So where do you sorry so insert into the table that is student info 3, insert into student info 3 bracket. So what we are going to do here is we want to insert it to specific columns only. The first one we are not going to insert. So when you open the bracket, and where do you want to insert it? To names, to names column. And where do you want to insert it? To semester and branch ID. Because the student ID part will be auto generated, so you do not have to worry about that. So values, so all you have to take care of is the remaining columns. So we are only entering to these particular columns, and we're going to insert what? The values. The values will be Aravind, because I have created one more table and the capacity is 20 characters. Aravind, and semester is 3 again, and the branch ID is going to be 111. So this has to be within quotes, and I'm ending it with semicolon, and I'm going to select all this and I'm going to paste it there. I'll paste it here to save some time. I'll paste it once again and I'll make this 112. So this will affect 2 rows. That is only these 2. This is what we are trying to achieve. Only these two rows, which are in blue. I'm going to click on execute. Okay, 2 rows are affected and the query is successfully executed. Select star from info 3. Yeah, as I told you, we have not inserted any value to this. This is auto generated. This part is auto generated. That the state value was 1 and it's got auto incremented by 1. That's the next value was 2. And I have inserted Aravind and 3 and 111, and I've only inserted the specific values, that is Aravind 3 and 111, to the specific to their respective columns only. We learn the procedure of altering the tables in our upcoming videos, and how to create foreign key. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful time ahead.